Hello everyone, I'm Bill. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the continuation of the Prestige class videos. We're going to be in the Tome and Blood from 3rd edition books. The Prestige class we'll be looking at today is going to be the Acolyte of the Skin. We'll go over the requirements for the Prestige class, if there's any changes I'd make when converting it over to Pathfinder 1E, and we'll go over what the abilities are of the Prestige class. We'll go over the table first, and then we'll go into the paragraph details after that. So without further ado, the requirements to become an Acolyte of the Skin. Your alignment must be any non-good. You have to have knowledge of the planes, outer planes, or knowledge just the planes, 8 ranks. Spells, ability to cast 3rd level arcane spells. So you're looking to be about 5th or 6th level if you're a sorcerer versus wizard. Special, the Acolyte of the Skin must have made peaceful contact with a summoned evil outsider. And then knowledge the planes of 8 ranks. So I said 5th level. So since you need to be 5th level, I would drop those rank requirements down to 5. In 3rd edition, at 1st level, you would get your 1st rank in a skill plus 3 more ranks in it to spend and to max out. So your maximum ranks for 5th level in 3rd edition was 8. So I would drop the rank requirement to 5 for knowledge planes. The hit dice of this Prestige class is a D4, which fits what a wizard's hit dice was in 3rd edition. So if I was to change that, I would only change it to whatever a wizard's hit dice is in Pathfinder. I think it's still a D4, but I could be wrong. An Acolyte of the Skin gains no more new weapon or armor proficiencies. So now let's look at the table for the Acolyte of the Skin. You get Wizard's base attack bonus. It starts at 0 at 1st level and will end at +5 at 10th level. The Fortitude and the Will saves are the best saves for this Prestige class. They start at a +2 and they will end at a +7 at 10th level. The Reflex save starts at +0 and will end at a +3 at 10th level. Every even level of this Prestige class, you'll gain +1 of your existing spellcasting class for spells per day. So if you're a wizard of 5th level, at the end of this Prestige class, after all 10 levels, you'll be considered 10th level for what's the highest level spell you can cast, how many spells per day do you have on your table, and every even level you would have gained 2 more spells added to your spell book. But that's it. You don't gain any class benefits from your wizard class or anything else for those 5 levels. So when you go back to level it, you'll be level 6 in the class as far as your specials go, but your spell casting will be a lot higher. Okay. So specials, at 1st level, you get Were Fiend. At 2nd level, you get Flame Resistant. At 3rd level, you get Fiendish Glare. At 4th level, you get Fiendish Knowledge. At 5th level, you get Skin Adaptation. At 6th level, you get Cold Resistant. At 7th level, you get Glare of the Pit. At 8th level, you get Fiendish Knowledge. At 9th level, you get Summon Fiend. And at 10th level, you get Symbiosis. So, as obscure as most of that is, let's actually dive in and find out what you really get. Were Fiend. The Acolyte of the Skin summons the essence of a fiend to himself and wears it like a second skin. The ritual of bonding is painful and not be undertaken lightly. The ritual requires 10 rounds from initiation to completion, and once begun, nothing can halt its progress. The fiendish essence subsumes the caster's own skin, an agonizing process that deals 1d4 points of damage each round of the ritual. Wise candidates keep some cure potions on hand. At the end of the rite, the Acolyte's skin spurts an oily, almost unnoticeable sheen. However, as he gains additional levels of the prestige class, his skin darkens, sprouts spikes, and gradually gives the wearer fiendish visage. The fiendish essence also begins to whisper foul secrets into its wearer, urging him to evil. The wearer may accept or ignore this advice according to his temperament. The bonded fiend's skin is, for all intents and purposes, the character's own. It grants the Acolyte of the skin a +1 natural armor bonus, a +2 inheritance modifier to dexterity, 60-foot dark vision, and the spell-like ability poison once per day cast by a 16th level caster. So for duration and whatnot, you look at it as if it's a 16th level caster. The DM determines the actual nature of the skin, be it demonic, devilish, or some other fiendish creature. So where the skin comes from, the DM has choice. So he could make it a fiend, he could make it a devil, he could do some other evil relation. Flame resistant. At second level, the fiendish skin bonds tighter, granting the Acolyte fire resistance 20. Fiendish glare. At third level, the Acolyte of the skin gains the supernatural ability to unnerve opponents with a ferocious glare once per day. This is not a gaze attack. The target need not meet the Acolyte's eyes. Glaring is a standard action that affects any creature he can see within 100 feet. Opponents must succeed a will save DC 20 or be appalled by the terrific premise of retribution in the Acolyte's eyes, suffering a -2 morale penalty to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saving rolls for 10 minutes. A creature with 50 or fewer hit points is also stunned for 3d4 rounds. One with 51 to 100 hit points is stunned for 2d4 rounds, and one with 101 to 150 hit points is stunned for 1d4 rounds. Creatures with 151 hit points or more is not stunned, but will suffer a -2 penalty if it fails its saving throw. I would change that one. Well, it's limited to once per day, and it is a single creature. So the only thing, if I change that one, would be the save DC. Because the save DC is 20, but if you gain more levels, it's not going to go up. So let's say whatever your spellcasting modifier is, charisma or intelligence or wisdom if you're, well, this is an arcane, so charisma or intelligence, I'd make that so it'd be your level in this class plus your charisma or your intelligence bonus is the save DC. Or you can opt out that it'll be 20 until the addition of your charisma bonus to your class level exceeds 20. Fiendish knowledge. The fiendish skin whispers promise of great power, and to prove it, reveals a hitherto unknown ability. At 4th level and 8th level, the Acolyte chooses a bonus feat for which it already meets the prerequisites, which could be any feat that you meet the prerequisites. Cold resistant. No, skin adaptation. Sorry, I skipped it. By 5th level, skin and wearer have grown more comfortable together as if they had never been separated. The natural armor bonus granted by the fiendish skin increases to +2. The Acolyte's dark vision improves to a 120-foot range, and he can now use the poison twice per day at the same caster level as before. In addition, the Acolyte gains an inheritance of +2 to his constitution score. Cold resistant. At 6th level, the fiendish skin confers cold resistance 20. Glare of the Pit. At 7th level, the Acolyte gains the supernatural ability to produce fiery rays from his eyes. Once per day, as a standard action, he can project 2 rays, one from each eye, with a range of 100 feet. He may aim both at one target or one each at 2 different targets by making a ranged touch attack. A ray that hits the target deals 8d6 points of fire damage. If both rays hit the same target, the damage is 16d6. That can be very useful. Summon Fiend. At 9th level, the Acolyte learns to draw on another power of his fiendish skin. If the skin is demonic, once per day he can attempt to summon a Vrock with a 35% chance of success. If devilish, once per day he can attempt to summon a Galugan with a 35% chance of success. The summoned creature do not do the Acolyte's bidding, but automatically return whence they came after 1 hour. A fiend that has been summoned cannot use its own summon ability for 1 hour. At the DM's discretion, using this power leaves the Acolyte beholden to the summoned fiend. In other words, you'll owe that fiend a favor of some sort. Might be answering another summon of it. Symbiosis. At 10th level, the fiendish skin and the Acolyte are one, and only final death can separate them. His type changes to Outsider, which means, among other things, that he is no longer affected by spells that specifically target humanoids, such as Charm Person. But he can be hedged out by a magic circle spell against his alignment. Additionally, the Acolyte gains damage reduction 20 to a +1 weapon. So 20 to a magical weapon. So normal creatures attacking it couldn't hurt him unless they had a magical bonus, or they could do more than 20 points in one hit. So with all that, there's not a lot more changes I would do than what I've already mentioned. This prestige class is pretty good and potent. The hit dice is low, but the abilities make up for it, so I wouldn't change too much on that end. Well, this is the Acolyte of the Skin. What's your all's opinions on it? Until we all game again, guys,